Good day panel, we are the Group 3 of STEM 1213 with a research title, The TikTok Experience of Grade 12 Senior High School EITA Students. In this study, we are going to discuss the following: the researchers of the study, the statement of the problem, the objectives, the scope and limitation, the significance of the study, the methodology, the results and discussion, and the conclusion. Also, the recommendations. To start off, these are the researchers of this study. I am Suplido, the research leader of this group.
I am Bymzel Balino.
Good day everyone. I am Calico.
And I am Cloydann Grecia.
And hi, I am Zanika Reyes.
I am Novey Mae Velez.
The statement of the problem in our research, this study aimed to determine the TikTok experience of the grade 12 STEM EITA students. More specifically, it aims to: first, determine the types of TikTok challenges the students have experienced. Second, identify the reason why students use TikTok. Lastly, to determine the number of the students who still experience boredom even while using TikTok.
General objectives. The main focus of this study was to determine the TikTok experience of the grade 12 STEM EITA students of the Central Philippine University. The results of this are used to: first, to know what types of TikTok challenges that the grade 12 STEM EITA students have experienced, and secondly, to identify the reason why grade 12 STEM EITA students use TikTok. And lastly, to determine the number of students who still experience boredom even while doing TikTok.
Scope and limitation. This study was focused on the TikTok experience of the grade 12 STEM EITA students. The study used the descriptive method of research using the survey. It was conducted to determine the students' insight on their experience using TikTok. The participants in this study are the grade 12 STEM EITA students of Central Philippine University Senior High School, academic year 2020 to 2021.
Significance of the study. The result of the study can be beneficial to students. This study can give students some knowledge about TikTok. It can be an instrument to help the students understand the proper use of TikTok. To parents, the parents can be aware of children's use of TikTok. This study can help the parents improve their communication and relationship to their children. The result of the study can also be beneficial to teachers. The study can help teachers understand and utilize TikTok as a new platform for teaching the students. This study can also help the school administrators to be aware of their students' use of TikTok. Through the findings of this study, they can guide students and administrate programs that can be beneficial to the students. For the future researchers, this study can help and guide the future researchers in conducting their own research related to the study.
Research design. The study was designed and discovered how TikTok was used as a coping mechanism of the senior high school students of Central Philippine University when coping with boredom. Particularly, discusses the observed differences between dependent and independent variables. Thus, descriptive method is appropriate for the study. Random sampling was used to send the questionnaires through online via Google Forms with the goal to discover the contribution of TikTok on board. The instrument that was used in the study is composed of 20 items survey questionnaire formulated by the researchers. The study discusses and describes how TikTok helps students to cope up with boredom when grouped according to the types of TikTok users, the other types of coping mechanism to boredom, TikTok challenges, and when taken as a whole.
Methodology. Participants of the study. The participants of the study are 20 students that randomly selected grade 12 STEM EITA senior high school students of Central Philippine University that are enrolled for the academic year 2020-2021. The participants will classify according to the survey's answers and will be taken as a whole.
Instrument of the study. The researchers used a questionnaire as a data gathering instrument. The questionnaire was sent to students randomly through online via Google Form to ask grade 12 STEM EITA students on their experiences on using TikTok. The questionnaire consists of 20 questions on the TikTok experiences. The questionnaire consists questions in which each participant had answered based on their own opinion.
Procedures. The instrument made by the researchers was passed to the research advisors for checking. It was revised until it got validated by the research advisor. During the survey, the selected student answered the questionnaires prepared by the researchers. Afterwards, the researchers collected the form and tallied the responses through the use of SPSS. Finally, the overall result of the survey came out. The researchers was able to support their hypothesis.
In our results and discussion, we came up with 3 things. First is that the types of TikTok challenges the students have watched or do are as to the following: dancing, educational, cooking, POV or acting, and singing videos. While the least experienced TikTok videos that the students have listed down are as to the following: religious, paintings or drawings, slow-mos or saswars, anime clips or scenes, and K-pop related videos. The next is that the reason why the students find these videos entertaining to watch or do are these videos lifts up their mood, and some are bored and find this enjoyable. Some responses that our students got free time to entertain themselves. Some students agreed that TikTok has a positive effect to their academics, stating that TikTok helped them broaden their knowledge regarding a lesson in class and helped them find answers on a certain schoolworks. While few agreed that TikTok has a negative effect to their academics, stating that they find TikTok as a distraction and sometimes the reason why they don't attend their classes because of their addiction to watching or doing TikTok videos. Another reason responded by the student, it is because of the COVID-19 updates they can find in TikTok. There are students who agreed that they have gained benefits through TikTok because it helps them to be more creative, helps them to cope up with boredom, and they gain more friends. Lastly, there are students who still get bored even when using the app. Students who whether or not have limitations to the videos they watch or do, and students who use or spend more time on other social media applications when they get tired of watching or doing TikTok videos. On the other hand, there are some students who strongly agree and find watching or doing TikTok videos enjoyable. Lastly, there are students who agreed strongly that they overcome boredom with the help of TikTok.
Conclusions. Based on the findings, the following conclusions were drawn. Only few explorations and studies has been done to comprehend why TikTok has acquired its unexpected, monstrous consideration and its impact on the more youthful age. This investigation is significant, so we can improve the utilitarian viewpoint and the user's point of view of this application. The grade 12 STEM 8 students experience diverse sorts of TikTok challenges. The sorts of TikTok challenges that most students have observed and share the same common encounters are like dancing, educational, cooking, POV or acting, and singing, whereas a few of them observing recordings that are included by the students are approximately devote, portrait or drawing, slow motions and fast wars, anime clips and scenes, and K-pop related videos. Moreover, we concluded that the grade 12 STEM 8 students have different reasons in utilizing TikTok. A few reasons of the students of the grade 12 STEM 8 why they discovered TikTok pleasant and engaging are TikTok and offer assistance that lift up their disposition, made a difference that broadened their information with respect to a lesson of a specific topic, and made a difference that discovers answers on a certain schoolworks. The app makes a difference for them to be more imaginative and be able to adapt up with their boredom. They pick up more companions and can offer assistance to boost one's certainty, and they might find their unused gifts. Whereas the other have reasons why they didn't prescribe TikTok, since they discovered TikTok as a diversion, and in some cases, the reasons why they don't go to classes due to their habit of observing recordings or watching, and a few students might get dependent, and it may lead to be a diversion. Finally, we concluded that there are few grade 12 students that still experience boredom in utilizing TikTok. Students who, whether or not, have confidence of the recordings they observe or do, and other studies who utilize and spend more time on other social media applications when they get tired of observing or doing TikTok recordings. On the other hand, there are few other studies who unequivocally concur and discover observing or doing TikTok agreeable. In conclusion, there are students who confirm emphatically that they overcome boredom with the assistance of TikTok. Recommendations. Based on the data in this study and the conclusion drawn, the following topics for the beneficiaries are recommended. Students should be aware and responsible of the contents they watch. Some TikTok users do not follow the community guidelines of the application, and the contents they upload are sometimes inappropriate. Guardians can be mindful of the impacts of TikTok to their children. This order can offer assistance the guardian move forward their communication and relationship with their children. Additionally, it assists the guardians with understanding why the majority of their kids are dependent on TikTok and capable to them to realize the benefits and impediment of TikToks in one's life. The study can help the teachers understand and gives help to students. TikTok can assist teachers with associating students, since it is a most widely used language for youngsters, and by communicating in their language and surprisingly chatting with them about the stage, instructors show that they are available to finding out about other studies universes. Lastly, this study can offer assistance and direct long-term analysis and conducting their claims inquire about the related topic. These examinations suggest further investigations into the use of TikTok as the application turns out to be an ever-increasing extent famous. A consistent investigation of an application is fundamental to guarantee it is still on the clients.